right. Everybody here, Martha?
Mhm.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Joel Kaplan. I'm the Associate Dean at Newhouse for all of our grad programs. And today we're going to spend the next hour or so just talking about our strategic communication programs or in our media management programs. And we have a separate session we had just before this on our entertainment programs, and then we'll also have a separate section on our journalism programs. And you should feel free to go to anyone that you're interested in. So today we'll talk about basically 4 of our programs, and I'm going to introduce you briefly to our program directors for that. And then I'm going to have them talk a little bit about their programs and kind of where students end up. And then we'll have breakout sessions where you can specifically go with the program you're interested in with the program director. And you'll be able to go from one to another. So if you're interested in both advertising and PR, or interested in public relations and public diplomacy, you can go back and forth and talk to them. And then I'll be here as well in the main room if you have specific questions overall, although we will have our own session on that. With me today from my office is Martha Correa, who is kind of like coordinating all this. And we have Jessica Del Fuoco, who's one of the graduate recorders, who once you get here will take care of it. And Teresa Jenkins, I think she was around, she might be on another page right now. But yeah, there she is, waving hi. So again, the 4 programs we're going to be looking at, we'll start with advertising. James, you want to wave? So James Sau is the director of our graduate advertising program, and he also is the chair of the advertising department. And then we have Adam Peruta, who is the director of our new media management program, which kind of combines management school courses along with Newhouse courses. And he'll explain that. And we have Moon Lee. Moon is our brand new department chair for public relations, and she also directs the PR graduate program. And last but not least, my friend Dennis Kinsey, who is the director of our public diplomacy and global communications program. That's our only program. All these other programs are basically year-round, 1 year, although some of them last a little bit more with internships. But Professor Kinsey's program is 1.5 years, but it's a joint program with the Maxwell School, and the last semester is actually in Washington, D.C. So, James, how about we start off with you?
Okay, all right. Since I'm the first one, I'm going to change my background now. All right, do you see my background? Dennis, it's pretty impressive, right? Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Newhouse Open House Day. I'd like to, I'm going to share the screen. I'll spend maybe only 5 minutes. Can I share the screen?
Yeah, you should be able to now.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Mhm.
Oops. Hold it. Give me a few seconds. Let me set it up. Okay. All right, can everyone see it? Great. All right, so like my background says, well, over here it's an advertising more than a major. It's a career. This is our mantra. We take it very seriously from day one. We're not talking about like until maybe the end of semester, then we're starting talking about your career. But day one, we emphasize that advertising is more than a major, it's more than a degree. It's a professional career, and so it has to be taken very seriously. And having said that, so our program is really geared towards for you to prepare this on professional track. And so let me briefly talk about it. So this is a preview, almost like a preview of what I'll be delivering to you in the following maybe 30 minutes in the breakout session. So let me give you a timeline. By October 2022, I can be very confident that you have a pretty good understanding to advertising world. Because for those students in my experience choosing advertising as a career, and most of them, they have no advertising background at all. In their undergraduates, they are the communication studies in general and liberal arts and so forth. So they have a pretty, they're very eager to learn advertising. But by October 22nd, by October, if you say, well, you're admitted to the program, by October 22nd, you have a pretty good understanding to advertising. You'll be able to communicate with advertising professionals eloquently, okay? So that's, I can promise that, because the courses will prepare you for that. By the end of spring, you're gonna learn half of the skills that's listed below. Agency management, digital branding, strategic planning, data analytics, and storytelling, research insight, and so forth. So these are the important skills valued by the advertising industry. Then by the end of the fall, half of the skill set, you're going to pick them up. So I'm pretty confident in this. I mean, I cannot guarantee that you're going to have a pretty successful, learning experience, but I can guarantee that you're going to learn a lot. By the third week of June, after the capstone class, and or August after the internship is optional, okay? But if you can obtain an internship, then we can set it up for that. So by this kind of time frame, you'll be confident and marketable to advertising industry and ready to showcase your school projects, okay? And the feature of the curriculum is, well, 9 required courses and 2 of the 3 electives, 2 or 3 electives, hands-on skill set, and then project-based. So details for this information, I'll get into the breakout session. I'll explain to you. But why am I saying this? Why am I so confident delivering this message to you? Take a look at this class. This was last year's class, 17 students. One of them decided to drop, okay, for whatever reason was. But 16, they finished the program, and then they're all highly motivated, okay, highly motivated. Look at their, placement. This was by May, as of May 2021, 16 of them got the jobs already. Those jobs are very, impressive. As a matter of fact, the companies, some of you, probably most of you probably are not familiar with the agency name, such as FCB. Let me highlight it a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, no, not here. FCB, those are global advertising agency. Nolan Low, okay, again, it's a multinational agency. BBDO is probably one of the most creative advertising agencies, and also international agency. RGA is a hybrid cutting edge agency. BBH is headquarters in England, and then the fantastic and strategic planning agency. 21 grams, a big agency. White and Candy, that's Nike's advertising agency. As a matter of fact, this student was working on International Olympics, Summer Olympics, and then right now it's working on the Winter Olympics. DDB, global agency, Universal McCann Worldwide. That's a global agency. And then 44, this is a local one. I'm not familiar with it. Wavemaker, global agency, her account is L'Oreal. So I'm giving you this, track record to support what I mentioned earlier. You might wonder, what about, 10 years from now? How about, 10 years after they graduated? I randomly chose this picture. This one, the class, this team, they graduated in 2012. I remember 2012. And I sort out this picture, last year, I think. And then look at the title, okay? From here, Kristen Nguyen, senior designer in the company, New York City. And Camille Dune, director, Last Mile Communication, Walmart. This is almost like a cutting edge, branch in Walmart. So it's higher up than that administrative position. Kristen Momers is a consultant, senior consultant, Bloomberg. And then Ashley I smell like she moved to a different company now. She used to be working at Twitter. Chelsea Roth, she's a Buffalo girl, so she went back to Buffalo. So that tells you that it's very simple. Okay, snapshot tells you about the graduation, the accomplishment, success. So having said that, what we are looking for, I'm looking for this. Motivated students, achievers or overachievers is fine. Either one is fine. We'll take it. So if you're an achiever or overachiever, welcome you to join my breakout session. We'll sit down and talk about it. Okay. So that was my 3 minutes presentation.
Yeah, and James always turns 3 minutes into 6, but we'll accept that. Okay.
Okay. I
right,
borrowed
next-
1 minute from Dennis because Dennis is so good. I have to do something, do some conspiracy behind it.
All right. Thanks, James.
Let me
You can
stop share.
Stop screen share. Yeah. So next up, Adam Peruta, who just took over the new media management program. He's got lots of really exciting new ideas, but he'll tell you about the old ideas and the new ideas. Adam.
Yes. Hey, everyone. I'm Adam Peruta. I'm the director of new media management. I'm going to keep my slides secret here to entice you to come to the breakout room to see them. I'm not going to spoil anything now, but I will tell you a little bit about the program. The new media management program, it is a unique program that puts you at the intersection of media and technology. So we are looking to try to understand how technology is going to affect all of media in the future, but with a focus on the bleeding edge technology. So we are, talking about things like the metaverse and blockchain and artificial intelligence and NFTs, and you probably heard some of these terms, may not know the specifics, and that's fine, but these technologies are changing the way that we experience and interact with images, audio, video, and they're going to have an impact on all media, advertising, public relations, journalism, entertainment. All the programs that you're hearing about today from Newhouse will be affected, and everything that you've learned about media and communications as an undergrad is also going to change, and if not, be completely irrelevant. So if you want to learn how to prepare for this new reality, you should consider new media management. One of the best things about new media management, I think, is that a degree in new media management gives you the ability to work in any industry. So you're not going to be siloed just in advertising or PR, for example. So you can work in entertainment, journalism, brand development, and our grads are working literally all over media. So we have somebody working at Snapchat that is doing like user experience design and gets to work on and come up with new features for the app. We have a project manager that works at Netflix, a couple people at Google, a couple people at Facebook. We have somebody on the editorial and journalism side, somebody working at The Atlantic, doing audience development and audience engagement. So a lot of, like SEO and analytics. We have a couple people working at LinkedIn, one recent grad at Digitas, right? So one of the biggest digitally focused ad agencies in the world. And then we also have some alum working at Publicis and Group M, which are more public relations focused agencies. Let's see. So some of the maybe unique selling points here. In every spring, we do an immersion in New York City where we go as a group and spend 4 or 5 days, and you'll get to meet with some of these alumni that I just mentioned. You'll get to network them. You'll get to hear about their career is what they've been up to since they've graduated, bring in other professionals. We'll tour some media agencies, and you'll be taught by professors who are still like out there making it happen, working in digital media every day, and are thought leaders in this area. One new thing that we're doing this year is we're going to CES. CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, is the largest like trade show in media and technology in the world, and we're bringing some students there that'll be doing research and working at the trade show, and it'll be really fun and exciting. So, all right, so I'll end it there and let the next person go, but please come see me, come talk to me in our breakout sessions.
Great, Adam. Thanks a lot. So I'm happy to kind of introduce to you Moon Lee. So she's our brand new department chair and program director. She comes to us from the University of Florida, which also is a very good PR program. But like I told her during the interview, we're the #1 PR program in the country, and Florida's #2. So we'll leave it at that. So she's learning as she goes. She's absorbing the Newhouse culture, the Newhouse network, but she knows a lot about PR. So Moon, go ahead.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to share my screen first. Can you see the screen?
Not yet. There you go.
I want to introduce myself and our nationally renowned, world-renowned faculty members. PR is one of the most versatile field, and it's applicable in any institutions, organizations, and person. And I want you to know that we're all here to really help you to grow and being successful in our career. PR is an industry which is changing rapidly. Like what is changing is that it's not only technologies and how people interact and how people live, and also what we think is important in the future and currently. And I think that it's an important field that I want to really advocate that it's not only just a career, it's a lifestyle changes that we can really facilitate and help move the society to one direction or better direction. Technology, globalization, convergence are all happening and creating a new future. And I think the PR plays a very important role to steering the society to one way or the other. Having said that, I think the PR is gateway to the entire world, and it's essential in terms of corporate communication, issue management, spokesperson, public affairs, social management, and also social media management, crisis communication, special event planning, media relations, you can name it, nonprofit organization PR, and also campaign management. So it's kind of like a functions of PR plays. So we have a specific programs within the PR program that what we call FICE and financial and investor communication emphasis. And basically this sub emphasis within the PR MS program is that it helps you to really develop credential to prep for your career in terms of financial sector and intersecting with public relations. So FICE's requirement is any major Newhouse majors, undergraduate, graduate, minors will do majors in women in high school or art and science. And we have specific professors like Professor Tony Angelos and Professor Donna Stain, the one that can kind of facilitate the helping you to be prepared for and help you to get connected to the industry. Also, we do have a sports PR, and the sports PR is specialized in helping our students, MS students, explore the sports world coming from with a strong background in PR. Again, our graduate program is strong. I mean, I think that it's one of the biggest benefits of being part of our graduate program is our alumni network. Literally within 3 months of working here, I've learned the best amount of opportunities are coming from eager alumni networks, and they are willing to come and trying to kind of recruit you. And by the time when you're ready to go out, you're not only having the like great deal of training and you will feel comfortable at the end, but they're willing to like hire you before you even finish the program. And we have our graduates works as digital analysts, as communication managers, media relations specialists, spokesperson for manufacturers in healthcare industries, and social media specialists. So I think that basically that way I see it is PR is a very versatile and essential element of all the success of the organization institution. Sometimes you need the special PR practitioners to hire for crisis communications. And then as Professor Kaplan mentioned, yes, we are ranked #1 in best colleges in public relations major. And he was right. I had to double check when I was being interviewed, and I thought that UF was one of the #1 schools, and I had to concede saying, yes, Professor Kaplan, you're right. We're the #1 now, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Moon. I appreciate that. And last but not least, this is my old friend, Dennis Kinsey. It's been like 18, 20 years since it was Professor Kinsey's idea to begin this public diplomacy program. And it's a great idea. And there's only 2 schools in the country that have it. It's us and University of Southern California. Originally, it was a 2-degree program. You got a degree in international relations and a degree in public relations. But after going through it, we decided that we wanted to streamline it a little bit. 1 degree. The old degree took 2 years. This degree is going to get you in and out in a year and a half with the last semester in Washington. And Dr. Kinsey, please talk about your brainchild there.
Well, good afternoon. You know, many people believe that this world is a mean and scary and dangerous place. And part of the reason for that is our lack of understanding of people and culture from around the world and people of different cultures. One of the driving forces in starting this program was we took a look at the world and we said, you know, we've got to do something. How can we help reduce the fear in the world? How can we open doors of communication, reduce misunderstanding, build relationships? So, I appreciate Dean Kaplan and Martha and Teresa and Jessica allowing me to be with you today to talk to you about our public diplomacy program. We take 2 schools, the 2 big schools at Syracuse University, the Newhouse School and the Maxwell School of Citizenship, and we've created a program that really takes the best out of both. You learn how to communicate from the Newhouse School, taking public relations courses, and you learn international relations from the Maxwell School. So generally about half your coursework will be here at the Newhouse School and half your coursework will be across the road at the Maxwell School. Our students are motivated, they take responsibility for their own education. They want to do something that matters, something that allows them to get that advanced degree and allows them also to change the world for the better. I congratulate you on considering getting a master's degree. Not a lot of people have master's degrees. It takes a lot of work, and it tells me that you are motivated, that you do take responsibility for your own education, that you want to do something important with your life. Our students, they graduate from here and they take internships while they're at school and when they get out of school. And so we have students at the World Bank, at the World Wildlife Fund, at NASA, In traditional PR firms, several students get excited about the public relations side of our degree and decide to go to work in a traditional PR firm, usually in the international relations, public relations side, because of their understanding of international relations. We have people where you might expect in the United States Department of State and in the Department of Defense. We have people at the American or the Arab American Association and all kinds of governmental and non-governmental organizations. Our students are, if this sounds like you think about public diplomacy, our students are so motivated. The first year, as Dean Kaplan said, we started this program back in 2007. And their first cohort, the first thing they did was start a student organization, the Association of Public Diplomacy Scholars. And since there were 14 of them, they created 14 officer positions because they all wanted to get involved. These students are motivated. It's not just enough for them to go to class and get that degree. They do other things. They started a speaker series. They started a symposium, a public diplomacy symposium. They started a journal, the Journal of Public Diplomacy called Exchange. They started a literacy program for the Bhutanese refugees in Syracuse. One woman, while she was in the program, started a non-governmental organization in Haiti called HaveServe. If any of this rings true with you, any of this it gets you excited, then imagine being with a cohort of other people who are just as excited as you. You know, when you're the only one motivated and excited in your cohort or class, it's hard to move forward. It takes a lot of effort. But when you're surrounded by 12 or 13 others who are just as motivated as you can't imagine what you can accomplish. If you're interested, I'd love to talk to you more about this in our breakout room. So come and see me. Thank you.
So thank you, Dennis. Thanks all of you. Actually, you guys did a really fantastic job. I think that they did a good job of explaining their programs,